Good day, everyone. A warm and heartfelt welcome to our BEd students, both returning and new faces for today's online reorientation. So it is proudly hosted by the Bachelor of Elementary Education's Department. Before we begin, I'd like to share a quick note. Our originally scheduled Master of Ceremony, Miss Hannah Jade A. Safuentes, is unable to join to us today due to some reasons. In her absence, I am Kenneth H. Robles and I will be guiding us through today's important discussions. So we request everyone to ensure their microphones are muted unless they are called on, and feel free to drop your greetings in the chat box so we can see and read it. Thank you. Now, before we officially start our program, please be intact and be attentive as we sing the Philippine National Anthem, to be followed by the opening prayer and the singing of DDoSC March that will be presented through an audio-visual presentation.
Heavenly Father, we thank you for bringing us together today here at Davao de Oro State College. We are grateful for the gift of life, learning, and the joy of unity. Bless this occasion with your guidance. May it be marked by purpose, inspiration, and mutual respect among all participants. Grant us wisdom to appreciate one another's efforts and hearts that radiate gratitude and unity. As we celebrate today, may this event reflect our shared commitment to service, excellence, and the continued growth of our beloved DDOSC. We ask this through Christ our Lord. Amen.
Sa silanganan, hanap ng puso, sa dibdib mo'y buhay. Lupang hinirang, duyot ka ng magiting, sa manlulupig, di ka pasisingin. Sa dagat ang bundok, sa simoy, sa langit kong babaw, malilag ang pula, tawid sa paglayang minamahal. Ang isap ng uwat-awat mo'y tagumpay ganapin. Limang araw, sinta, buhay langit sa piling ko. Pamiligaya naman, may magkapit ang mamatay ng dahil sa'yo.
Rising from the land of the province of gold, the haven for the birth of hope. Driven by the will to shape all the dreams, building nations, competent citizens. Standing proud with a pillar of excellence, ensuring proactive development. Mission that provides golden opportunities, your commitment for all humanities. Davao de Oro State College, you're the ore of wisdom and knowledge. With your golden wings we soar, we uphold higher values and honor. Excellence, integrity, and solidarity, bringing us together as one family. We are yes to our beloved Davao de Oro State College. hearts are home by the flame of your courage. Our future brightly shines with your greatness. To you we give our trust and loyalty. Our alma mater will live by your legacy. Davao de Oro State College, you're the ore of wisdom and knowledge. With your golden wings we soar. We uphold higher values and honor. Excellence, integrity, and solidarity, bringing us together as one strong family. We proclaim our gratitude to the highest, to our beloved Davao de Oro State College. Our alma mater, Davao de Oro State
Moving forward, for our opening remarks, we are honored to have someone who is deeply committed to our growth as a future educators. Please give a warm virtual welcome to Dr. Mark P. Laurente, our BEd program head. A round of applause, please.
Okay. Thank you, Kenneth, for accepting to host this reorientation since Hannah is not feeling well. By the way, no, I would like to acknowledge the support of the administrator, especially to the Director for the Academic Services Division, Dr. Pedro Raymond Jr., with, of course, the support of our very own Vice President for Academic Affairs, Dr. Jinsi Altamira, and our SUC President for we have Shifties, and we also have Transferee. Welcome to the BEd family. As you continue your academic journey, the second semester academic year 2025-2026, towards becoming licensed professional teachers, always remember that excellence in teaching goes beyond academic performance. Kinahanglan nga ang kahibalo masabayan sa disiplina, responsibilidad, integridad, o respeto sa palisiya sa eskwelahan. This reorientation is designed to guide you in clearly understanding the academic policies, student responsibilities, standards of conduct, and expectations of the BEd program. Unfortunately, I had experience with this with some of you were not well oriented, though we had our orientation last August 14 of face to especially sa mga retention policy, no? What is the GWA or the GPA, no, in getting the Latin honors, or should I use so hopefully with this reorientation, mabalik, no, ma-remind ta or dapat we have to take notes para di gid malimtan. Okay, and of course, this is very important na mahimo kamo responsable sa inyong pagkaton, sa inyong oras, o sa inyong pamatasan isip mga future educators. To our parents and guardians nga naadiri karon, we extend I extend my heartfelt gratitude sa inyo ang trust and continued cooperation. I know nga busy kayo, but ang uban nalagay din rin, because this reorientation is really designed na maka-attend ang atong mga parents or guardians, especially katong mga kuwalang grade po, katong free kay naamagay pa mga parents or guardians ka na itrabaho. So, okay lang kung wala din sila. But in-encourage you to really join this reorientation. And dako di kayo ang papel na sa atong mga parents or guardians sa pag-iya, pagdisiplina po, o pagdasig sa inyong mga anak. And your encouragement at home greatly influences their motivation, academic focus, and personal development. Base siguro mahangin na itong mga parents or guardian diri every time na ay mga synchronous class, kung ay mga disruption of classes nga somehow dili sila sugo-sugo no kung mahimo kung naa sila schedule nga class mo gid ako ang murag the institution is ensuring that our staff remain ground motivated and committed to their studies. Reorientation, magpahinumdum ka na tong tanan nga education usa ka hiniusamot. When students, parents, or guardians and the school work together, we create an environment where learners can thrive academically, emotionally, and professionally. Sa katapusan, let this activity serve as a reminder of our shared responsibility educators. May this reorientation be meaningful, informative, and productive for everyone.
Thank you so much, Dr. Laurente, for your inspiring words and clear vision for our department. So your guidance really means the world to us. Thank you so much, sir. Now, behind every successful student is a dedicated team of educators. Next, we will get to know the mentors who will shape our learning this year. Let's welcome Ms. Barbie Zhu S. Haka as she presents the B.Ed faculty members. A round of applause, please.
We are proud to introduce our B.Ed faculty, educators who guide and inspire future elementary teachers. Through their commitment and expertise, they help shape competent and caring educators for our schools. Laurente, B.Ed program job placements, Eileen Charity D. Lebron, NSTP Unit Head, John Mark B. Lapos, BLEPT Review Coordinator, B.Ed at Student Publication Advisor, Geneville S. Sobredia, Member, John Kenny A. Rafon, Faculty Member, Jake Andrew D. Colendres, F. Lagumbay, Member.
Thank you so much, Ms. Barbie Zhu Haka, for presenting our amazing faculty members. So we are so grateful we have them guiding us to every step of our way. Now, understanding our department's policies is a key to smooth academic journey. Up next, Mr. John Mark B. Lapos Maed will walk to us through the admission policy, grading system, and retention policy for our BEd program. This segment is packed with important details, so please take note or save the presentation slides being shared. Let's give him a round of applause, please.
To the BEd program head, Dr. Mark Laurente, faculty members, staff, students, parents, guardians, to everyone present, good afternoon, and welcome to the BEd Deep Orientation for the second semester, academic year 2025-2026. And we are grateful as this orientation aims to guide our students and their abilities as future BEd or elementary educators. Okay, so for today's orientation, we will focus on major areas that directly affect the academic journey of our students. So these are the admission policy, grading system, policy of our institution, as well as the retention policy. And these policies ensure fairness, academic quality, and professional preparation for all BEd students. Okay, so for our DDOSC admission policy, for number one, Davao de Oro State College upholds inclusivity and equal opportunity. So no student shall be denied admission based on personal characteristics such as age, gender, religion, disability, nationality, or political beliefs. Next, all students are required to officially complete the enrollment process before attending any class. Attending classes without proper enrollment is not allowed and may result in academic complications. The next one, admission to the college requires compliance with the entrance requirements approved by the Board of Trustees. These standards ensure that students are academically prepared for college level work. Okay, next one, only individuals in good health can be admitted for and or for health and safety reasons. So only students who are physically fit may be admitted. Enrollment may be withdrawn or revoked if recommended by the health or relevant authorities. Okay, for the next admission policy, okay, students with discrepancy in admission requirements may be provisionally admitted if found competent, provided they make up for all deficiencies within 1 year. And upon admission, every student shall sign the following pledge. The first one is to abide by and comply with all the rules and regulations laid down by the competent authority in the college, and refusal to take the pledge shall be a sufficient cause for denial of admission. So the college may limit the admission for students when okay, so that was the DDOSC admission policy. So next we will proceed to the discussion of the grading system of the program. So the grading system was approved through Board Resolution number 8 series of 2017 by the Board of Trustees, and for the teacher education students, no, the final grade shall be computed following the 50-based system. So the formula for computing the grading system will be row score divided by the maximum total points or items times 50 plus 50. Okay, so for example, we have this one. Sample computation of grades using the written outputs, performance task, and examination. So, for example, if we have 35 over 60 points, now for the written examination, it will be multiplied to 50 and added by 50. So you will have 79.17% now for your written outputs. And after that, this 79.17% will be multiplied to 0.3 or 0.30, since the written output no, is equivalent to 30% of the students' total grade. After that, you will add also the 30% no, coming from the performance output of our students. No, so based on our example, no, for 40 over 80 items, no, it will be multiplied also to 50, then added by 50. So we have 75%, and that 75% though will be multiplied to 0.30 now, since the performance output now is equivalent to 30% of the students' total grade. So that means for the performance output, no, basically the students will get 22.5. Lastly, for examination, if the student got a row score of 45, no, it will be divided by 60, no, or the total number of items, then multiplied to 50 and added by 50. So the students will have an equivalent for percentage will be multiplied, which um, the weight now for the examination. Student will get a total of 35 points now for the examinations. So as values on the total grade of the student will be 1. This is an example grades now for each of the terms now. Computation of periodical grade, the preliminary based on the category of the course. Now, since we have different components now for each of the courses. Now, so they have their own standards with corresponding percentages. So this will be the breakdown of the grade distribution according to each of the categories. So for the general education courses or JED courses, the periodical exam is equivalent to 40% the written outputs, 30% and 30% for the performance task. Next is for the professional education courses or the PED courses. So the professional education courses no, has greater emphasis no, given to portfolios and performance tasks. No? So we have periodical examination 40%, written outputs 15%, and portfolio 20%, and the performance task 25%. Okay, lastly, for major courses or specialization, it follows the same grading distribution as the professional education courses, with periodical exam equivalent to 40%, written outputs equivalent to 15%, portfolio 20%, and performance output 25%. Okay, so for students, na nag-practicum, for practice teaching, basically for fourth year students, now this will be the basis for the grade computation. For practice teaching performance, it is 50%, Macboard examination 25%, and action research 25%. Okay, so the final grade is the sum of the 30% prelim grade, 30% midterm grade, and 40% final term grade. Okay, so for the grading scheme, the academic performance of students shall be evaluated and graded at the end of each term in accordance with the following grading scheme. So 1.0 to 5.0, where 1.0 is the highest and 3.5 is the lowest passing grade. So 5.0 for failing grades. Now, an INC or incomplete grade is given to a student whose class standing throughout the semester or term is passing but fails to take the final examination or fails to complete other requirements due to illness or valid reasons. So each one of the students will be given an INC grade by the teacher. Okay, so an special examination or completion requirement shall be given to a student by the faculty concerned on a set schedule upon the payment of the required fee per course if the student is covered by a scholarship. Next, if a student passes an examination for the removal of an INC, he or she shall be given a final grade of 0 or more or better grade. If he or she fails, then final grade shall be 5.0. Okay, so no provisional, conditional, or temporary final grade for any curricular or component subject or course shall be given to a student. Okay, next one, students who fail to take the final examination or submit an academic requirement for completion of a subject or course and whose scholastic performance is not sufficient to merit a final passing grade, the college may earn any academic credit nor indicate failure, such as no credit or no grade for the student. The next one, such a grade is permanent and cannot be subsequently changed. However, if failure to take final examinations or to submit academic requirements is due to an excusable ground such as sickness, emergencies, or accident, the student may be given an incomplete mark or INC. Okay, so the completion of INC shall be within prescribed time of 1 academic year by passing an examination or meeting all the requirements for the course. After 1 year, if the student fails to complete the requirements, the student shall be required to re-enroll the subject. Okay, only the instructor who gave the INC can issue an or a completion if the faculty cannot give the grade. Another faculty, one involved, may administer the said INC grade, provided that the said instructor is duly authorized by the branch directors or the program head of the a student who has received a passing grade in each course is examination for the purpose of improving their grades. no faculty members change any grade after the report of records has been submitted to the dean of the college and filed with the registrar. In exceptional cases where an error has been computing the grades, the faculty may request authority from the college academic council to make necessary changes for the submitted grades. Okay, so that is the grading system of education department. Discussion of the retention policy. So these policies are in place to ensure that students have the academic aptitude and professional qualities needed to become effective teachers and to maintain high standards for the teaching profession. Okay, so it is approved through BOT resolution number 2018, series of 2018, effective school year 2018 to 2019 and onwards. Okay, so for the board programs now, such as the BE-Ed program, now students shall maintain a grade point average of 85 or 2.5 with no grade lower than 82 or 2.8 at the end of each semester from first year to second year level in all subjects, including PE and NSTP. And failure of the students to meet the required GPA shall place them under probation in the succeeding semester. Now, if a student fails to maintain the required GPA at the end of the second semester in the second year level, he or she shall be automatically taken off the board program enrolled and will be shifted to a non-board program of his or her choice. However, on our institution, there is only one non-board program now, which is the entrepreneurship department. So you will be advised not to shift to entrepreneurship department if you wish to still enroll in DDOSC po. Next one, probation status will be applicable only in the first 2 years in any board program from first year to second year. Next, if a student receives failing mark or marks in any of the academic subjects, including PE and NSTP, his or her next semester's load shall be first now for one failing grade. The students now will be or for one failing grade, now the students will be deloaded with 3 units, or one subject, and the conditions, they will be placed under academic probation and shall pass all subjects enrolled. Any failed subject should mean or would mean transfer to another board program, and failed prerequisite subjects should be prioritized. Now, for 2 failing grades, the students or the student will be deloaded with 6 units or 2 subjects. And of course, they will be placed under academic probation and should pass all subjects in a row. And failed prerequisite subjects should be prioritized. And after that, for 3 failing grades, the students will be automatically transferred to shift to non-board program of their choice and should pass all the subject in the non-board program transferred to, because any failed subject would mean dropping from the roll of students. Okay, so that would be all for the admission policy, the grading system, and the retention policy of the institution. So thank you very much, everyone. So I think questions will be entertained later on.
Alam na? Dire, alam niya akong baba. Alam ko. Gusto nga, gitu ka. Tunay nga. Alam pa rin kini. Talunggan. Hanap pa rin
Thank you
sakit.
so much, Sir Lapus, for clarifying these crucial guidelines and sharing insightful discussion. So these guidelines is really important for every students for us to be guided by the specific rules and policies of how our grading system really works. So if you have any questions, please feel free to type them in the chat box. And thank you. So at this juncture, students' organization plays a huge role in enriching our campus experiences. Now let's meet the leaders of our SEEDS organization to be presented by Mr. Milwaukee P. Baloca, our SEEDS third-year representative. Please give him a round of applause, please.
Talo. Halo-halo! Halo-halo gani.
John Lawrence Sevilla, President. Ken Leonor, Internal Vice President. Jenny Suelio, External Vice President. Jetty Langcapone, Treasurer. Kate Charm Cuevas, Secretary. Annie Jane Gamay, Assistant Secretary. Paula Thea Babaw, Public Information Officer. Jeffrey Ann Lupoy, Auditor. Kim Benedict Unabia, Business Manager. Kimberly Loria, Property Custodian. Janaika S. Lopez, Historian. Barbie Zu S. Haka, Assistant Historian. Edgar Larino, First Year Representative. Rachel Anong, Second Year Representative. Milwaukee Baloca, Third Year. Maria Juan, Fourth Year Representative. Meet.
So that was our SEEDS officers. So a big shout out to all our SEEDS officers out there. So we look forward to working with you and joining the great activities you have planned for our BEd community. So salute to our SEEDS officers. So at this point, for many of us, the residency component is a highlight of our BEd program. So it's where theory meets practice. To present, let's all welcome Mrs. Jonavel S. Sobradel, Med M, to explain what to expect from the residency program. Let's give her a round of applause, please.
Good afternoon. Allow me to share my PPT presentation. By the way, can you hear me? All right. My respect to our program head, Dr. Mark P. Lorente, and to our program coordinator, Ma'am Nancy J. Himarino, my fellow colleagues, our this stated in our DDO book, particularly on residency. Many of us maybe have question or have what ifs in life, especially our dear students. You may ask the question, what if I cannot graduate on time? What if I need more time to finish my program? If you are asking this, let me assure you, it's okay. That it is important for us to understand residency. So what is residency? Refers allowed for a student to complete his or her program. And there are reminders in this policy. Please remember that under meritorious cases only, an extension of residency may be granted. Second, the faculty of each college shall designate the approving authority for such extension. Another, all extensions granted must be officially reported to the duly constituted authority. And lastly, a leave of absence or low cases is exclusive. Only 1 year academic year from a maximum rule of residency. And how to compute residency? Residency shall be computed by multiplying years of a program by 1.5. If a student exceeds the allowed residency period, he or she may still continue by applying for readmission subject for approval. For 2-year certificate, number of years allowed by MRR is 3 years, while 4-year diploma, number of years allowed by MRR is 6 years. So the county residency shall start from the student's first enrollment in an undergraduate course after admission into the undergraduate program and shall not include the maximum 1 academic year accumulated leave of absence from the program. Residency policies are not meant to discourage our dear students, support them in completing academic journey. Life happens nicest with every student's path. Thank you, and I hope this clarification help everyone better understand. Thank you, and God bless. Do you have any questions and clarification? Feel free to ask later.
Thank you so much, Mrs. Sobradel, for that comprehensive explanation, Judna. So, I hope daghan tag na learn about residency, and I hope nasabtan jud natong tanan what Ma'am Janavel had discussed. Now, to wrap up our online reorientation, we have Mr. John Lawrence M. Sevilla, our SEEDS president, with his closing remarks.
Kasi napay ko, Kenneth. Excuse me, kasi napay ka na mga questions before we will have the closing remarks.
So, if anyone na may mga question dara, kung maulaw mo storya, pwede rin nyo ibutang sa chat box po. Salamat.
Especially attention policy, though we're aware of pension policy, but for the first year kay dili pa kayo siya klaro, and even sa mga shifties and transfer, of course. Sample sa last semester, if you got a grade of 2.9 or below 2.8, let's say 2.9, consider na ka as probationary. So that is only your one last agad niya, magka-probi ka kay, kung magka-probationary na po ka this semester, second semester, you will be out of the program. So, kapag yung ni Sir Mark, ang option lang yun is ang intake na for DDOAC if you will continue to if you will continue to study in DDOAC, and other schools na yun if you don't like the intake na so ito siya. And another one is if you will get an average of below 2.5 that is also considered to be probationary. Example, if all your grades are 2.5 and then ay isa ka 2.6, so syempre, dili gina siya ma-average of 2.5. Laki siya sobra. So, kana siya, considered na siya as probationary. So, duha condition program. So, and then, ay mga shifties, say, gikan sa probationary na daan, katurag yun ang inyo ang dapat grado nga below 2.8. Kaya kung makakuha na po mo og grade na below 2.8 average o below 2.5, pa-out na gid mo sa program. O kato siya para klaro sa tanan. And kung naamoy mga concerns sa inyong mga grades, you may consult the faculty. So I hope that faculty members nag-inform sila sa inyo ila ang consultation time, and gina-encourage po na ako ang tanan not to really chat them beyond the duty hours. So when we say duty hours, the standard is 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. And do not pressure your instructor to really reply you. So pwede sila mag-reply on the duty hours lang. And if ever they have informed the consultation time, then that's good. Mas okay na siya, like yours truly. Mas okayhan ko ka ng face-to-face consultation rather than the online consultation or mag-PM lang, especially kung absent kay na mga concern. Anyway, as to the absences naman po, you have given naman po 3 days grace period para mag-submit sa mo ang excuse letter, provided nga valid po siya. In case nga na special quiz na exam na ginahatag bitaw. So para matagal pa mag-special quiz, kaya kung dili mo mag-follow up, then automatic matagal lang yung mag-zero out to. Though ma-excuse mo, but since wala mo special quiz or special exam, then zero gid ba. So you really have to follow up the faculty concerned. And what else? And then I hope po the mga faculty mag-inform po sila sa inyo in case nga wala ang faculty, para po na-save po siguro, or ang time po ninyo like going to school, o especially kung first period, wala si faculty. So gina-encourage po na ako mga faculty to really inform their classes sila ang group chat. And mag-ready na po tayo sa mga activities for the second semester. We have Ido Kasadya, so since officers are planning how much should be paid, including the registration fee. And then, of course, sa parental consent, so dapat po mindful po sa mga document code. So kung usay gi-route sa inyo sa GC, then you have to double check. Kaya dili mo na pwede nga basta lang tamo print without reading. Basta na imong na-print, dili na dito mo. So the revised document code is December 28, 2025 na. So especially sa parental consent, because I'm requiring everyone to submit parental consent since you will be divided to the outreach activities, community program sa to ang organization, like na ay ma-assign sa mangrove, na ay ma-assign sa kindergarten day, like we will be doing some feeding program or giving of school supplies this April. And then we also have a separate extension activities sa sa mga offices, which will happen next week kung ma-comply nila mga requirements. And what else? Siguro na, And then kung na mga concerns, mali lang po na sa office, kung na mga config, especially config, as to your classmates, kay na ako yung madungog ang mga feedback, nga mag-away-away na faction, though okay ra gina siya, but dili na tayo mabot sa punto nga murag magrabihan siya, kanang pag-relay og mga messages nga dili na siya valid yun po, I mean, you can confront naman po, and na-meet man po na ako ng mga first year, kay grabe na gito nitabo last semester nga medyo dili na siya maayos sa company. So I meet them para at least to resolve the issue kung sa mga and hopefully na okay na siya, and then everyone is really good with each other, bahala og dili kaganahan, but at least civil na lang gid pud ta, o dili lang gid ta mangita awayan or sa magbaga. Though, normal yun na agad yung mga understanding. Pero mao lagi to, it's better to really talk about it, no? And iwasan po na to na notice pa na ako na kay even mga third year maghatod o kasi marag somehow you are adding fuel to the fire, no? Kana siya po ako na notice na dapat ma-change na siya na so all. So kung naamoy GC or sa Makanadeha, then you have to leave it to that group chat, not to really even close kay na ninyo. I mean, it's really for the privacy, no? Whatever it is, okay, mo po na ang problema usahay po, no? And what else? Okay. Hopefully, no, wala na dyan kayo madungog nga, sir, di ko kayo baloon saan pag-compute sa ko sa GPA or GWA or when ba ko matawag ang dean's list, no, kay ina-present na siya. And the handbook, the existing handbook will be routed na put again para at least you can have the time to read na sa to ang handbook pa. Pero wala pa siya na-revise, ito pa exist itong gamit, itong approve pa lang. And then, I would like to remind also with regards to the final exam, no, kay na-notice na ako na nakalusot last semester nga naka-exam, no, both written and performance, dili gid mo allowed if dili good cleared yung clearance, meaning kompleto gyud dapat ang signature, the college clearance, because that is a requirement. So this time dapat wala nang makalusot, no, nga maka-exam kay tungod naghatag lang siya og picture, no, sa clearance, which is dapat dili, dapat hard copy dyan. Si class mayor na gyud dapat ang mag-check ani, even if makuha niya ang clearance, it double check jud niya para at least sure jud nga kung mag-take og exam sa final exam, kompleto clear jud ka sa imo ang clearance. So kato lang siguro akong gusto i-release sa tanan-tanan. And if you have some questions pa, better nga iingon na lang din, no, you can ask questions or you may chat in our chat box. And I think klaro man po tong ato mga policy sa school, no, as shared by Sir Lapuz and of course Ma'am Sobradil. So kato sa LOA, if you opted to drop the semester officially, magundang jud ka, then apply na lang po nimo og LOA para di pud masayang na dili ma-count. But ang LOA lang is only lang siya, valid lang siya for, I mean, ma-enjoy lang nimo siya for 1 year. Okay, so kana siya kay we have free higher education naman po that which you can enjoy 5.5 years. Sige, kung base na yung mga pangutana, ako na lang mag-moderate ani Q&A nga portion before we will have the president of the CIS organization, si John Lawrence Sevilla. Basta napay pahabol. Anyway, naman po evaluation ani, kung naamoy mga questions, then you can write your question there and you can encode your question there. So natay attendance or evaluation and attendance. Mara to siya ang attendance. And hopefully you will of course attach the MOV, no, with your parents or guardian, because this will be used some in the accreditation, accreditation, because we have to set an engagement in which there is the presence of parents or guardians. So siya ang purpose po why we need to do this online reorientation with your parents or guardians. Sige ko. Na feedback, comments, violent reaction. Okay. Basin magka-fines na po ng uban nga wala diri na 187. Anyway, ang fourth year are, alam mo po, no, fourth year level kay are not really sa tawagan ni dili sila mandatory to join this one since na sila internship, internship. So encourage lang sila but not really required to attend this online regulation. Okay na ta? Base na apay mga pahabol. Okay, kung wala, then we can proceed to the next part of the program, and that is the closing remarks. Or base na ay mga pag-games na ba, pag-games ang seats?
Sir, online ang good.
Pwede bang good? Ano lang, guess the picture. I guess na lang. Guess the, ano lang. Guess the picture. Or agwan ako siya na content. Okay, supposedly, this, ano, was supposed to be the last event. Nakalabot ko sa event. I think guys, pero sa pulso sa kadalila. Magkuha sa tag 2 minutes. Break sa kadali. Anyway, happy na tama man. I'll be presenting to you 3 pictures. Tapos mag-guess. Ang pinakauna mag-guess, mag-chat sa chat box. Mag-comment sa chat box. Pero bilang faculty.
So, samtang naghulat ano kay sir, basin na pa'y naipangutana dara raise lang ninyo. Ay magkaulaw guys.
Maybe we can call someone no each year level from first year to third year to talk about the experience, how life, no, how's their life after one semester for the first year and then for the second year, no, after the first year and the third year. Maybe you can call someone muna Kenneth no for that experience ano, just sharing lang po of the experience while I'm still ano consolidating the pictures because I have 3 pictures here actually.
Basin ay gusto mag-volunteer. Wait lang. Kada section mo or year. So sa first year, basin ay ganahan mo volunteer dara
Question what is your
Sa'yo naman ang question. Wait lang, ako na lang mamili. Si Koan na si Boag Rodel from BEd 1B.
Na.
So ready na kasi mong question? Koan naman. So the question is, what is your best experiences in DDOSC so far? So as a first year student.
For me as a first year student, my best experience nga na paano ako sa DDOAC is some events like naka-join jug ko and I really appreciate the time nga akong gi Google ato nga time like sa intramurals sa buwan ng wika. For me first time na ko tanan nga mag-join sa mga ing ato nga fields or sa events. Happy pod ko as a freshman student sa DDOAC because I have the opportunity to experience those events nga naghatag gyud og usa ni kanang learning sa kuha and also a challenge to upcoming future nga to pursue more or enter more journey or mga challenges para dili po dingon nga boring imuhang college life but unfortunately mga needs or mga kailangan nga ipasa sa kuan sa mga instructor but the experience of giving those events is kuan jud kanang naghatag sa ko og kalipay to enter those events. Mara to.
So, inspiring jud kayo ang ano experiences ni Rodel no. Bisag first year pa lang siya kay gi-accept din niya mga challenges base sa atong narinig sa iya kaganina is bisag first time niya no kay gi-grab jud niya ang opportunity. So, dapat ingana jud ta mga BEd no, di jud ta magulaw-ulaw as part of a future educator. So, humana ang first year, proceed na punta sa second year. So, mga second year, panggulbaan na ba? Wait lang, mangita. Dapat makita mo. So, for the second year is si Koan. Gusto na ko madungog si Alden Clemente from BEd 2B. So, naaba ni siya. Hi. Ginaayo kaulaw eh. Kan lang, same question lang kay Rodel Cagaina. Share lang ang imuhang best experiences diri sa DDOSC as a second year student. Sige lang. Asa naman ni siya? Alden, asa na ka? So, basin na ay gusto mag-volunteer dira kay murag naulaw man jud si Alden. Lang, ngita na lang kog lain. Si Koan. Lang. Si Stephanie nga Pisteliero from BEd 2B. So, ikaw ang lucky winner karon. So, Truda. Sige na guys, participate
Good
po guys.
afternoon sa kanan, no?
Sige. Proceed
Madungog,
na.
kuya.
Yes, madungog po.
My experience as a second year student no during first year is kanang lisod jud siya mag-adjust since lahi ra jud ang time niya nga kanang imong ginagain sa eskwelahan unlike sa high school then sa during events pod same kay Rodel kanang lingaw jud nga kanang mag-apil-apil sa mga events so encouraging sa mga first year since maglisod man jud og pangita og mga participant sa mga events, magdubli-dubli jud ang kanang among pangapilan before. Then karon okay naman po siya. It's good nga kanang makahalubilo po nimo ang mga classmates na namo karon kanang wala na siya awkwardness unlike before. Matter siya.
So, thank you Stephanie no for sharing your experiences. So, pasalamat jud ang BEd sa mga students kay bisan pa sa kalisod god og kaulaw kay gi-grab jud nilang opportunity nga moapil sa bisag unsa nga mga event no. So, thank you so much students. So, diri na po ta proceed sa mga third year students. So, kasi na gusto volunteer. Mga ate ug kuya, basi na gusto mag-volunteer dira Kung walay mag-volunteer, ako yung pili. Sige, ako na lang mamili. So, ang lucky winner karon sa is si Hinayon Albert from BEd 3B. So, sige na Bert, proceed na Bert. Same question lang Bert. Albert?
Yes.
Sige na Bert. Same question lang gihapon. What is your best experience in DDOSC so far? So, as a third year student.
For me, the best experience is the event kay usay kanang kayong pag-event nato kay mag ila-ila ta tungod sa atong pangapilan gani like makaila nato ang isa't isa tapos ang pinaka the best yun na experience sa as a third year student sa BEd kay makalapos ka sa first year yun nimo makuha ang retention policy. Pag-abot nimo third year, dili na ka matagak og mawag to.
So, grabe kayo si Albert no experiences no nga iyang gingon is malabang lang daw ang first year ug second year kay para makuha ng retention policy. So mo jud to ang iyang best experiences. So grabe jud kay paningkamot no sa first year ug second year draa jud ang tagakay. So dapat draa nga year is maningkamot jud ta para malabang na. So thank you Mr. Albert sa pag-share sa imuhang kuan experiences. So basin na pay mga nagbuto-buto ang kasing-kasing nga gusto mag-share sa ilang experiences draa. Sinaamoy request nga kuan from BEd to BC kuan daw si Cruda. Sige Cruda. Asa naman ni si Cruda? Siya ang kuan most requested student diri sa ato ang chat box. Asa ni si Mr. Cruda? Mukanta daw si Lupoy. Di ko kita. So, basin na pa'y gusto dra mag-share silang experiences. Wala na?
Ready na ang kuan. Padula.
Sige, thank you kayo sa pag-share sa inyong mga experiences no niya. Mag-proceed na ta sa ato ang padula with Sir Mark. Salamat kayo.
Dapat magula-ula. I told Sevi to get all the names, those who share the experiences na para at least we will also reward. So, wala pa faculty o estudyante lang. Anyway, kato no, so that was kaysa to si Steph, no? Kaysa to sa first year kay si kaysa to Kenneth sa first year para
Si
manood
Rodel po, sir. Rodel.
si Rodel, no?
Sa
The new
second year
classmate
is si Stephanie. Then sa third year, sir, kasi Albert. Congrats, sir.
test scholar na to. Ay, wala na, ulahin na. Sorry, Rex, wala na. Kay nana, kadungog naman kagkuan ko. Reward, wala na. Ganyan na to. Sige, natay padula. This will be the last portion nga. Somehow, energize sa ano. Okay, magdula man. Walang na siya, just guess the picture lang po. Dapat kumplito ha. Dili pwede nga ano lang. Sige. Mag-share screen sa ako. Pinakauna mo chat, bato ang makadaog ha. Pinakauna mo comment sa chat box. Magpatabalan ako sa mga officers to check, no? Kasi pinakauna. Pa-assist ka, sige, share screen. Peace. Sige, pinakaunang comment. Sige sa faculty. Pinakaano. Dapat kompleto kung gusto. Dili ko na mapilido lang. Kung kailan bagay mo sa faculty, kaya uban, wakaila, no? I guess, na nakakuha nga tama ng answer. Sorry, di na ko daw ito apelido lang ha. Mali, dili si Ma'am Carisha Faith. Murag una si Tabino Crisa Joy. Okay lang wala yung middle initial. Basta tamang spelling. I think tama ni siya. Christine Joyce, share din. Si Ma'am Christine Joyce, share din nga picture. Si Crisa Joy Tabino ang nakauna. Tama ba? Napabaylain? Ha? Si Faith? Sorry.
Si Faith, sir. Si Faith. Faith nga niya, Franco.
Ay, sorry. Ako nakita kasi. Sorry. Si Faith ang nakauna. Tama bang spelling? Tama bang spelling? Wala lang yung kitangwalan ni Faith. Sige, si Faith man daw ko no. Dagamit. Ako nakita mo din kasi Tabino. Sorry, Tabino. Si Faith din nakauna daw. Sige, second picture. Gamay ro. Tayo sabi. Kasi nakauna. Kasi nakauna. Tayo sabi. Kasi nakauna. Diyan. Si Abuni, na nakauna.
Kyle nga,
Si...
Kyler, sir. Sa
Si
Kyler, sir.
Kylar?
Kyler, sir.
Ha? Si
Kyler.
Kyle?
Yes, sir.
Sige, si Kyle na
Yes,
ko, no?
sir.
So,
Yes, sir.
this is Sir John Kenny Rafon. Ako ba, kay ni John. Di, wala dyan kay Kayla. Sige. Last picture. Yes, sa faculty. Right, sa Wrong. Wrong. Try. Oh, nanak. Ay, dili pwede balik ha. Dili na pwede balik.
AI daw ni sir.
That is me actually, yours truly. Kasi nakauna. Ako ni, kamo ba? Klaro na ilong oh. Ipadress ko sa kong papa o pambabae actually.
Ikaw ni sir.
Nakauna kasi nakauna. Oh, babae ka sa una. Ipasuot ko sa papa.
Orin, sir.
Hoy, nakauna. Actually, na history ani ang muhilak daw kuno ko dili ko makasuot og pambabae nga dress mo na akong papa gipalitan ko. Anyway, kasi nakauna.
Rappel man ko, sir, no? Ako na, sir.
Ikaw nakauna? Si Jan pa. Wala pa si Jan daw na. Ako ni. Sige. Salamat kayo sa participation. I think we will proceed to the last part of the program. Thank you sa participation. Mag-PM lang ko, mag-email lang po ko sa mga nakadaog, including kato nag-share sa experience. Salamat kayo sa tanan.
So, thank you kay sir sa imong padula sir no. So na-energize jud ang matag isa sa mo. Nalingaw pati ato ang press nga si Sevilla. So at this juncture, to wrap up our online reorientation, we have Mr. John Lawrence M. Sevilla, our SEEDS president, with his closing remarks. So please give him a round of applause, please.
So good afternoon, everyone. So before we officially conclude this second semester online orientation, I would like to express my heartfelt gratitude to everyone who made this meaningful activity possible. So first and foremost, President to and our beloved SEEDS advisor, Sir Mark Laurente, for his guidance, dedication, and constant commitment to the growth and welfare of our students. Our sincere thanks as well to the faculty and staff, whose efforts, patience, and dedication to reflect their passion for service and excellence in education. And also to our parents and guardians, thank you for your trust, pagsalig, o pagsuporta. Your partnership plays a vital role in guiding and motivating our students throughout their academic journey. And finally, to my fellow students, let us carry with us all the important highlights of this reorientation. Let us remember the inspiring and enlightening presentation of our values and guide us towards becoming competent and compassionate educator. Most importantly, let us give serious attention to the admission policy grading system, retention policy, as this serve as academic compass, guiding our performance, discipline, and commitment. As we move forward into the second semester, let us keep this reminder in our hearts. Success is not measured by how easy the journey is, but how faithfully we persevere despite the challenges. So once again, thank you to everyone who joins us today. Let us move forward together toward a productive, meaningful, and successful second semester. Thank you and have a wonderful day ahead.
Thank you so much, Mr. Sevilla, for your very encouraging words. So that concludes today's students' online reorientation. Once again, welcome for the opening of this semester and a fruitful journey ahead. To all our B.Ed students, we hope this session has prepared you for a successful and meaningful school year. Remember that B.Ed department and our SEEDS officers are here to support you every step of the way. So please check official B.Ed department communications for updates on classes, deadlines, and upcoming activities. If you have any remaining questions, so don't hesitate to reach out the BA department office, your assigned advisors, or your SEEDS leaders. Once again, I am Kenneth Echobles, your Masters of Ceremony. Thank you and God bless everyone. So, dili lang sa po da mag-leave kay mag-photo opportunity po. Thank you.
Pag-aral ko screenshot, paki-stop na ako sa ano. Tapos ang evaluation ako sa i-share sa kanal. Evaluation will be closed at 4 p.m. or 5 p.m. na siguro. Kaya ako sa i-share dire. Kasi pwede maka-screenshot. Pwede ka dyan. Sige. Ikaw, sige, wala masasari sa. Kung na lang siguro. Okay, so we have, 8 slides man dyan. Okay, 8 slides yun siya. At first slides, keep smiling na lang ha. May lang kalaban. Wala ba nag-join si Ma'am Michelle? Update lang. Okay, 7. Okay, next. Tapos nag-join ka, humana naman eh.
Sir, nag-screenshot ko.
Sige, salamat. Ay, kalong Sir Jake B. Lagay na lang ko. Kaya magpaspas mo kanila. Yeah, kaya kung ka-screenshot.
Uy, asa to?
Keep smiling na lang si Sir Jake ang mag-screenshot. Salamat kay Sir Jake. Salamat sa tanan sa mga faculty members nga na-upload rin na, of course, parents, guardians. Wala ko kita parents and guardians. But salamat kayo sa yung time. And hopefully magkita-kita na po sa eskwelahan, sa mga activities, future activities and others. God bless everyone. Goodbye. Don't forget ang Google ang evaluation
Salamat guys.
Share na sa chat box. Goodbye.
Bye.
Shout out, Bruno.